How the heck are everybody? I'm Fastidious. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 96 on our grind for glory. We are getting up there now. I've got a fun, short, very math heavy, but easy math, but a math video for you guys today. It's about a topic I never see discussed. So if people have talked about it, send that my way. But to my knowledge, I don't see anyone talking about this, and probably because it's not such a game-changing thing. But it is something, and if you want to min-max, this is something you should know. I just did all the math on it today, so stay tuned for that. This is going to be talking about overflow XP and bonus XP gain. So what the heck am I talking about? There's no better way for me to illustrate this than for us to head into the artifact material raid. Let's go right here. Let me go to Silas because I know he's missing 2 pieces of gear. No, I put them back. Lucky me. Okay, so what is going on here? You'll see a bunch of heroes you might not be used to seeing on my roster. Well, that's because all of these heroes are not at max level. I'll explain that in a second. The 3 main heroes we're using that we're gonna beat the boss and do a little speed run with are going to be Silas, Wrath, and Arrogance. So these 3 gentlemen can take down the artifact material raid boss like it's no one's business. It's a very speedy run, at least by the standard of my account, with auto on. So without the priv card, that's 3x speed. I can get the run done in 14.5 seconds. I timed it. Even with my best comp, it's only 13 seconds, so it's only a trade-off of 1.5 seconds. Why would I want to be slower? Well, by only bringing 3 heroes, I have 7 open slots that I'm putting level up heroes in, so non-max level heroes. So you see I have a handful of legendaries I haven't leveled yet, some epic heroes. I just threw some people in the mix, and let's do a run very quickly so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go on auto fight. You'll see it's pretty quick. I guess I can talk you through the fight. We throw down Wrath. Wrath can tank it out. He's not in any special artifact, just Ragnarok, but by putting him down first, his ult triggers, he keeps healing himself, then he triggers Silas, then Arrogance ult triggers, he melts away, right? Could I put in Zealot 2 and make it a little faster, 1.5 seconds faster? I could, and that's what I used to do until I started figuring out the math on this. So let me quickly pause it here. I think the only way I can do it is by starting to take a screenshot. So look at that. Max level, max level, max level. The other 7 people all got XP gains, so XP plus 52. So that's an important thing we need to take note of. So remember that number, XP plus 52. Then you'll see we have something called Overflowed, or Overflow XP, and it is going to be 45. So that comes out to Overflow XP. That is what XP they're saying should have gone to my max level heroes, but instead it's going to Overflow XP. So it's 15 per hero. I've tested this out. I did a solo 118 run with Virna, and she only got 15, right? So it's 15 per hero, and then it's 52 per non-max level hero in terms of XP gained. I'm just making sure we have all the numbers, all right? Just so you know, I've also gone back and done AMR 13, and I've done Gear Raid 113, and for both of those, it was still the exact same numbers. The overflow was 15 per hero, and the XP gained per non-max level hero was plus 52. So now we have all the numbers, I can pull up the math and we can talk about the fun stuff. So what am I getting at here? Well, we have the XP gain per non-max level hero. As I just said, it is 52 per run per hero. Here you can see it for stage, I wrote AMR 18. However, I've tested this with many stages now, and it is the same flat values for each stage. It doesn't really seem to increase with difficulty. Granted, I haven't tried it on 19 to 21 of the gear raids. If someone wants to go do that, let me know. But I think those are a lot harder to solo or small team comp run. So that is the number here, 52. It might seem like a small number, but as we get to it later, this is gonna give our net gain per slots, and slots means spots you've opened up by not running a full team comp. So by only doing 3 heroes, Silas, Arrogance, and Wrath, in my 10 slot team composition, I had 7 open slots. So I'm getting this net gain per slot times 7. Let's break down the actual math though. It is very simple math, not like stuff we've done in other videos. So for any stage, 1 run per non-max level hero, you are getting 52 XP. For 100 runs, 5200. For 1000 runs, 52,000. Then the overflow you get, this is the XP that should have gone to those 3 heroes, Silas, Arrogance, and Wrath, or whomever you use that is max level, but obviously cannot go to them because their level is maxed out. That comes out to 15 a run, so much less, so you're definitely losing XP per slot. So it's gonna be 15 for 1 run, 1500 for 100, 15,000 for 1,000. So now for our net gain per slot, whenever you're using a slot with a non-max level hero as opposed to a max level hero, you're gaining 37 XP. Instead of getting 15 for the max level hero, now for the non-max level, you're getting 52. So 52 minus 15, 37 per slot. Again, some simple math. For 100 runs, 3,700, and for 1,000 runs, 37,000. Now, 37,000 XP gained doesn't seem that important, right, over 1,000 runs. And how many people are actually doing 1,000 runs? I will be doing that this artifact material raid, but you know, it's not maybe typical, or at least not everyone's doing that all the time. However, keep in mind all these values, right? All of these values are without a 2x boost, and there is a reason for that. That's because normally if you're running non-XP raid stages, you're probably not having an XP boost active. Perhaps early on in the game this is the case, but later on, not so much. So I figured let's focus on the non-XP boost numbers. Also, the numbers you're seeing are without the privilege card. You get a slight increase from that. So these are the real raw baseline numbers that you probably would expect, because who's really gonna trigger an XP boost just when they're gonna farm artifact material raid or something? It's not like triggering a gold boost outside the gold raid. That can be efficient. This wouldn't be so efficient. However, if you did have an XP boost, you'd get even more. But 37,000 XP gained per 1,000 runs. Once you multiply that by 7, like what I accomplished here, I'm actually saving 259,000, right? 259,000 XP. That's how much extra I'm gaining. I am netting by not just mindlessly running a full comp and finding a way to whittle down my roster to as few slots occupied by max level heroes as possible. So yeah, granted, not too much. However, you get, I believe it's 63,600 XP per run, which costs 50 stamina, and that is going to be in the XP raid stage 8, so max efficiency when you have a 2x bonus active, right? So that's a lot of conditions going into that, making it that way. But even there at max efficiency, you can basically multiply that by 4, and we're at about the same thing. So this is about, we're saving about as much with those 7 slots as it would cost us to earn with perfect efficiency on the hardest level XP raid, stage 8, and with the 2x bonus, granted without the privilege card. But that would take about 4 runs, and at 50 stamina run, it's about 200 stamina. So loosely, we're saving about 200 stamina over those 1,000 runs. I know it might seem really, really small, but 200 stamina is 60 diamonds, and that's freaking something. And there you go. That's the conclusion of the video. You can save, so why wouldn't you? If you're like me, you can, and unless you're going head to head for someone and you guys are both gonna be farming artifact material raid nonstop for 4 days straight, that 1.5 seconds is not going to be a big difference, right? It really, really is not. That 1.5 seconds is not a big essential difference. I know these aren't crazy staggering numbers. They probably won't, you know, be game changing for how people choose to approach the game. But I think it is worth noting, hey, if you can use a slot with a non-max level hero, it's pretty efficient. Granted, I will make the note, if you're just putting heroes in there to level them up for no reason and you were never gonna build them anyway, maybe it is better to get less, but actually have it in a consumable, allocatable, if you will, form of the overflow XP, because then you can decide where it goes. But if you're like me and there's the heroes that you're going to want to level anyway, this is something you should consider. Because over a lot of grinding, maybe this isn't just for one session or one tournament, but in the long run, whenever you do 1,000 runs, you will be saving about 200 stamina, aka 60 diamonds. All right, let me know if you guys thought this was interesting at all. I sure hope it helped. I had a lot of fun doing the math. For a second, it gave me a headache, but we figured it out in the end. Give the video a like if you like it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more content like this. Subscribe, share it with your mother. I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.